Hello hobby gardeners, farmers and DIY lovers, so boy, I am Will, and today we're just going to farm. As you can see my face, I'm so excited. Why am I so excited? Because finally I have the results of testing my 5,000 egg capacity incubator, and today so the chicks started hatching yesterday, and I was so excited. I haven't been able to sleep very well because I've just been waiting to see how good the hatch was. And so this morning I've come to open the incubator, and I think the hatch is almost done. But what I'm going to do is I can see them popping out of the crates. So what I was thinking of doing is separating those who have hatched and are completely dry into a different crate, so that they don't jump over the crates, because at the moment they are standing on the eggshells and they are jumping over the crates and falling into the incubator, which is not tragic, but it's just that I don't want them to be running around the incubator. So it's best if I keep them in a separate crates, and then wait for them to properly dry, so completely dry, before I transfer them into the brooder pen. So I'm very excited, and now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be separating the dry ones and put them in a separate clean crates, so that those ones that are still hatching, because there are a few ones still struggling to come out, and some of the eggshells which have already hatched are kind of preventing them from coming out. It's giving them extra work to do whilst they are struggling to come out. At some point they will run out of strength and just give up and die. So I'm going to help her a little bit. This is not exactly how to do it, but because I'm doing this on a smaller scale with about 160 eggs, I can afford to do it. But if you're doing it in the thousands, unfortunately some are going to have these issues and they're going to die. But for this particular one, I can have the time and the energy to separate 160 eggs or hatch chicks. So this isn't a problem. What you can see here is the crates which the eggs were in, which are hatching, and you can see here, let me come in much closer so you can see what I mean. So let me see. So I don't know if you can see there is an egg here. Come on, go away. Go. So let me show you something. So as you can see, this one is trying to come out, but it's been blocked by all these shells. So if you don't separate it, at some point it will die. And let me show you. So this one died because all these eggshells. So this one died because all these eggshells have been preventing it from coming out. So at some point it loses its strength and it dies. So this is what I'm trying to prevent, the loss of chicks, by separating them and allowing those ones which are still struggling to come out easily. Alright, so I'm very excited about the number of chicks that I got from this particular hatch, and it also shows that the machine is quite effective. Now, I can't really say the hatch rate. I need to count the rotten eggs first, and also count which of the chicks didn't make it out, and then I can roughly tell what the hatch rate on this machine. But you know, there are other conditions that need to be fulfilled for the hatch rates to go up. Quality of eggs, the machine obviously has to play its part with the right conditions around it as well. And so it would not be down to the machine alone, the incubator alone, to determine how your hatch rate is, but it does play a very important role. So I believe the hatch is quite over, but I can see there are a few chicks which still have picked. their eggs, so that means that they will come out. This is also not advisable, but what I'm going to do is, because I told you earlier that when the chicks are hatching, the eggs start stacking up like this. So what you have is one egg one shell getting into another shell. Now this happens in many cases where the eggs getting on top of the other. This happens in cases where the empty shell end up stacking up on chicks that are still coming out. Now when this happens, it gives them more pressure. It puts more pressure on the egg, so the chicken or the chick that is coming out has very limited amount of strength. It takes a lot of strength. Some of them take about 48 hours to come out of the shell. So if there is more force on the egg that they are coming out of, it makes it difficult for them, and some of them in the process of coming out, they lose their strength, they give up and they die. This is what happened to this one. So you can see there are stacks of shells on it. I've removed some, but there is still more, as you can see. So this one covered it up here. It makes it difficult to push its own shell and push this one away as well. So at some point it just runs out of strength and it dies. And this happens all the time in every incubator. This happens, so it's not just mine. But what I'm going to do is I'm now going to separate the hatched eggs and see which of the eggs have also been picked, so that I will allow them to either hatch, or in some cases I do help as well, but that's like the last day when I feel like there's no point or there's no chance of them coming out themselves, where I help. But in most cases I allow them to hatch, but we'll see. So now I'm going to play doctor and try to operate as much as I can to save as many chicks as I can. So I start the process of helping with the hatching by separating the hatched ones, the shells. So these are all hatched. They don't need to be here anymore. So there are a few eggs which still have been picked, and you can hear them chirping inside. So this means that there's still enough strength in there. There are a few. This one will come out very soon, as you can see. So it will come out. In some cases I help, but this one, it looks like it's got a whole lot of strength. So I'm just going to allow nature to take over. And this one should be very energetic. So yeah. So there are still a few. This one doesn't respond much to shaking. So I'm just gonna go in and see if I can help. So it's got very little strength left. This one has got very little strength left. It's barely moving. So in this case, I go in. Try to help. So I usually do it like halfway like this, and then allow them to do the rest of it. So this one has picked as well, but yeah, there is very little response. So I go in and I check. Usually one thing I also do is I check if you hatch and there is blood coming. These are veins which are still connected to the membrane. So if there's still blood coming, I just allow it. That means that the chick is not completely ready to come out, so I just allow it to stay. So this one seems to be very ready. Umbilical cord is all dried up, so it was a good thing I went in to help, and it's free now. It's going to rest for a while. Yeah, there seem to be a lot of picked eggs, so I'm just going to go back into the incubator and put them back in and allow them to come out when they are ready. But at some point when I realize they are not coming out, again, I'll go in to help too. Hey, so thank you for watching another exciting update with me. I hope I didn't promise too much excitement. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did and you are still not subscribed to my channel, please do. Also do share, like, comment and hit the notification button to get new exciting updates. Until we meet again, it's your boy, I am Will, and I am out.